This is TWiT.
Mozilla says no fair. They recently published a 66-page sour grapes document complaining that they don't own any major platform, whereas Google, Apple, Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft each do, and that each of those major players bundles their respective browsers with their operating systems and quite naturally sets them as the operating system default in the home screen or dock. And that as a result, for most people, this placement is sufficient and they will never see or pursue the extra steps necessary, as Mozilla says, to discover alternatives. You know, one of my favorite observations, the tyranny of the default. So this paper is titled 5 Walled Gardens, Why Browsers Are Essential to the Internet and How Operating Systems Are Holding Them Back. And they might have titled the document, Why Firefox is Losing Market Share and It's No Fair. Now, I know that doesn't make me seem very sympathetic. I actually am. I love Firefox. You and I, Leo, talk about it all the time.
Using it right now.
Yep. I've been a Firefox user as my primary browser on every one of my machines for decades. Firefox is the default registered URL handler on every one of my PCs. If a link is clicked, Firefox receives it. What I am aggrieved by is the constant annoyance of the other non-Firefox browsers, which, seeing that they are not the chosen one, use every opportunity to suggest that my browsing experience could be greatly enhanced if I were using them to view that page. So Mozilla's 66-page paper amounts to them making a truly compelling case. I mean, there's no question that this is going on. We know it is. A compelling case for exactly how screwed they are going forward. They blame the OS vendors for putting their own self-interest first. You know, welcome to America. It's unclear to me what this is actually about. Is this a prelude to another browser wars antitrust lawsuit? I hope not. But some of the language in the 66-page complaint, which is, you know, what it actually literally is a complaint, does appear to be paving the ground for something. And they sort of made an offhand reference to, you know, wouldn't it be all better if we could come to an agreement sort of thing. So, you know, Google is currently funding Mozilla to the tune of $450 million per year in return for Firefox defaulting to Google as its search engine. So there's the tyranny of the default for you again, this time working in Firefox's favor. On December 27th of 2011, so 11 years ago, Wired magazine published Why Google Continues to Fund Firefox. And their subhead was, Google has its own web browser, so why is the company renewing its revenue deal with Mozilla? The answer is simple. They write, Google makes money by putting eyeballs in front of ads, and almost a quarter of the web's eyeballs use Firefox. Now, I was sad to read that 11 years ago because that's decidedly no longer the case. The 2022 market share for the top 4 browsers is Google Chrome, obviously in first place, at 77.03%. Safari in second place at 8.87%. Mozilla Firefox holding the third place at 7.69%. And to me, surprising, Microsoft Edge in fourth place at only 5.83%. I think it's clear that Safari's edge is thanks to the gazillion iPhones and iPads, since the Mac OS, while it's there, it would not be making nearly as huge a dent. You know, but bless its little digital heart, Firefox is hanging in there at number 3. Still, you know, nicely and somewhat amazingly edging out Edge by nearly 2 percentage points. But it's unclear what Firefox's future is. You know, they laid off, what was it, 25% of their workforce a year ago, and their deal with Google, I think, is up for something in 2023 is when this, I think, is a 3-year deal for Firefox and Mozilla. So, people have said, it behooves Google to keep Firefox alive because it keeps them from seeming like a monopolistic entity for antitrust purposes. Who knows? But anyway, I just thought I'd put a note about the 66-page, boo-hoo note from, Mozilla. It's like, yeah, sorry, you don't have an operating system platform of your own, and Leo, you and I know how bad a monoculture is. The idea that everybody is using the same singular Chromium engine is bad because it means those mistakes are universal when they are found.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I just want competition. I want a variety.
Yep. It's good.
Safari's doing all right, but WebKit is in its way like Chromium, kind of a dominant engine. I need Mozilla to succeed. We may have to just start raising money for them or something if Google pulls out.
Yeah.